Hey everybody, Max Galogly here with SRP Medical Marketing, and today I want to talk to you about commandment number 4, and that there are only 3 ways for you to be able to grow your practice. Yes, that is commandment number 4, is there are only 3 ways for you to grow your practice. Now, I'm going to talk to you about these. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and the answer might not be exactly what you think it is. So what's the first way? So the first way that most people think of is that they need more new patients. They focus the bulk of their time, they focus a huge amount of their time, maybe 70, 80% of their money figuring out ways to get more new patients. And the reality is that while you have to have a very consistent way to generate new patients coming into the clinic, that's not the only solution. That is not the only way, because what happens if you focus all of your time and energy on just creating more new patients, you create this hamster wheel that you can never get off of. So what are the other 2 ways? So the second way for you to be able to increase or for you to grow your practice and increase your revenues and increase your profits is to increase prices. Now most people feel that, hey, I'm already charging enough, or I'm just a little bit below the market, or, our market won't support that. I have yet to find any business anywhere at any time that couldn't benefit from raising prices. Let me give you an example of this. So I'm in a mastermind group with a bunch of other business owners, and I'm talking about my practice. And I said, you know what? I want to make 12% more profit. That was my target. So looking at my numbers, I want to make 12% more profit. And so this is a group of really smart businessmen and women all over the country in all different kinds of niches and disciplines. And, we're talking about, well, we could run this campaign or run this promotion and do this, or, fine tune my ad spend and things like that. And one of the guys, his name is Rel, and he lives in Northwest Arkansas. And no, he doesn't work for Walmart, but he's a t-shirt guy. He sells t-shirts. Yeah, he sells t-shirts and promotional items. And he sells to like Amazon and things like that at all the big schools. And he goes, Matt, he said, you need 12% more profit? I said, yeah. He goes, well, how much do you have to pay in credit card fees on every transaction? I said, well, let's just call it 3%. And we kind of blend the rate over all the different providers. And he goes, okay. He said, just raise prices 15%. And literally, like, everybody in the room, just like, we had been discussing this for about 20 minutes, and everybody just kind of stopped. They looked and they go, well, I guess that's the answer. And that's exactly what I did. I went back the next day. I pulled my manager in and I said, we're going to increase prices 15% across the board. And he looked at me and I looked at him, and we said, okay, because here's the worst thing that can happen. If it doesn't work, I can always drop the price again. Okay. So, and sure enough, here's what happened. Revenues went up and our conversion percentage remained the same. Okay. Another lesson is we kept going back and raising prices, eventually wound up raising prices 50%, and our conversions increased and improved. That's another topic for another day. Okay. So the third way to increase your revenue and increase your profits is to sell more to existing patients. So everybody knows that they should be doing this. Very few people do it. I've been guilty of this myself. But in 2008, I was in the real estate investing niche. I've been in it for about 5 years. And we all know what happened in 2008. That recession hit and the whole real estate world crashed. And so by 2010, that business was pretty much done. And I needed to find another way to make money. And so I contacted one of my friends, a guy named Perry Marshall, Google AdWords expert. And I said, Perry, you have any work that I can do? And so Perry said, sure. What I did was I started marketing to his existing list. And Perry's a very smart marketer. So he has all these follow-up campaigns and all of this. And so what I did was I started marketing to his list. Well, I made him $1 million extra in just the first year. And we did 2 things: marketed to the list, and I raised his prices. This was 2010, when the country was still in the throes of the recession. And a lot of places still hadn't recovered. And I did that for him up until I started the clinic in 2014. And so the reason why I share this with you, and this is a longer commandment, but the 3 ways to grow, and the key I want you to take from this is you should focus on the last 2, increasing prices and marketing to your existing list, because that will fund future growth. Instead of reaching into your pocket to go out and buy more new patients, which you should always have that funnel working, I recommend that what you do is you go and you figure out a way to increase prices. Okay. And this is for your higher end services. And the second thing is how to sell more to existing patients. You hopefully have a list. You hopefully have that electronic list, and you either have phone numbers or emails and or physical addresses. There's lots of different ways that you can communicate with people, but you definitely want to take a really hard look at how you can sell more to your existing patients. Okay, that's it for commandment number 4. If you'd like my help in either one of those, you know where to find me. There should be a link just below this. I'm more than happy to jump on a call with you and talk about your particular situation for 20 minutes. Take a look for commandment number 5 coming up in just a few days.